Tim Bradley says Ryan Garcia shouldn't fight Gervonta Davis. Whoa. Alright, so basically, Tim Bradley says Ryan Garcia shouldn't take the fight with Gervonta Davis right now at this stage in his career because it's not worth the risk of going against a dangerous Baltimore slugger. He feels as though, Ryan Garcia is far too vulnerable right now at this state to really be fighting such a hard-hitting fighter like Tank right now. He would advise him to have like a year or two of seasoning before he goes in there and gets in the ring with Gervonta Davis, rather. Do people actually think that Oscar De La Hoya is going to put him in? Do you guys think that he's going to put him in, though? Like, I don't think so. I'm sure Ryan Garcia wouldn't. I'm sure that Oscar De La Hoya probably doesn't necessarily want to take that risk, but he'd still go through with it. Even though I would say he's more on the riskier side of being a promotional fighter. Like, if he was with Eddie Hearn would be like, oh yeah, Mike, yeah, you can do it, man, or something like that. Many people are predicting Ryan Garcia to get knocked out in this fight. Even Julio Cesar Chavez is predicting Ryan Garcia will get knocked out by Davis. And they're both Mexican, but it's not about where you're from. It's about being objective. The fact that, Floyd Mayweather is actually taking this fight opportunity to really, or even saying it in the first place, like as an actual offer, people seem to think it's like a reason to, it's a good promotional tactic. It's a good promotional tactic for Floyd Mayweather because he thinks that Ryan Garcia could be an extra resume booster for an opponent like Davis, while others may think that he is a game opponent and Davis is the very risky fighter to be put up against. Even Tim Bradley goes into detail, saying that he wouldn't put my investment in the ring with a puncher like Gervonta Davis, no matter how bad he wants it. You can't pay me enough to put me in the ring with Gervonta Davis, with my guy, Ryan Garcia. I mean, you could see Ryan could be a name, could be a household name real soon. This guy could sell out arenas, but I think it's a little bit too soon. Tank Davis is a seasoned pro right now. He's right in his prime. You want to keep this young gun away from him for a year or two. Let him continue to grow, and once you see that he's ready, then make that leap. Me, being a fighter, hell yeah, let's do it. There's something he sees that he can take advantage of with Tank Davis. Said Bradley about the 23-year-old Ryan. And really, look, it's just a matter of fact that, Ryan Garcia is still struggling with weight. He always managed to make weight despite his 5'10" frame. It's just that, he's slowly growing out of that division, He's going to eventually get accustomed to this 140-pound weight and not want to go back down. Otherwise, he's going to drain himself poorly. That's making it easier for him to get knocked out in reality. Really, this is a good opportunity to take the fight now because, he's going to grow out of the 40 pounds soon, Like, he looked great against Fortuna at 140 pounds. So, 140 pounds right now. He's in a position where he can still make 135. It's just advisable for him to make 140 because he feels better at that weight. Yeah, so this fight is this fight would still be a doozy. Everybody's putting their money on one fighter or the other. I still want to see it happen. Hearing all these opinions is really like a large consensus of Tank this, Tank that, Ryan Garcia this, Ryan Garcia that. In terms of, okay, Tank is gonna knock Ryan Garcia out, and Ryan Garcia is gonna destroy Tank. It's one of those, you got very casual opinions. Not like casuals and casual fans, just pretty casual opinions that are kind of ridiculous. Ryan Garcia knocks out Davis in the first round. Good. Even despite Timothy Bradley's business analogy, this sport is about taking risk. It is. if you might have to risk your investment to really make a profit. Currently in the division that Ryan Garcia was in, which was 135, there was Devin Haney and Tank. At 140, though, there is two vacant titles that Ryan Garcia could potentially get if he beats one of those guys for it. He probably will end up getting a title at 140 that's vacant, but still. Matter of fact, Tank could even go up to a division right now to 140 and get it out instead of staying at 135. He could be a reigning champion at 140 at this point. Many great boxers of the past took these opportunities at very young ages to fight top dominant champions and still managed to win and get their victories. And as much as I could say that too, it took them so many fights to get title shots if they did not have the luckiness. If they just were not lucky enough to really, or that assistance that like something that Sugar Ray Leonard had, like Marvin Hagler did not have that. Sugar Ray had something like that because he was pretty sure gold medalist, and he was handsome, a fan favorite, and was a very popular figure of the 70s and 80s. Yeah. History may repeat itself once again. It may repeat itself once again. Muhammad Ali in the 1960s was a fighter who literally fought a Sonny Liston, who he was a crazy underdog on. Like, everybody thought that Ali would get destroyed by Sonny. Everybody thought like Sonny was gonna just devour him in that fight. And Ali, came back. He didn't come back from nothing. He came in the fight. That's all he did. All he did was trash talk and come into the fight. Then he put a dominant performance against the Sonny Liston and stopped him 2 times. People dispute whether the second one was fake or not, but I digress. A lot of promoters nowadays, they are more cherry pick wise. They're more like cherry pickers more than promoters who put like their fighters against like more equal and 50-50 opposition at a younger age. They're more likely to cherry pick them until they're probably like 26 or 27, then boost them up into the higher ranks. And there are exceptions now, but still, which sucks because I want to see younger fighters have title opportunities. But most champions nowadays are in their 30s and are a lot older. There used to be younger champions in the past, but everyone else is older now. And that's unfortunate. So, those were Timothy Bradley's opinions. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about it. Let me know if you'd let me know how you guys felt about it. Let me know if you believe him or even really take his word into consideration at all, or do you guys think he doesn't know what he's talking about? Because, personally, I think he has a pretty valid statement. I don't think he's wrong, too wrong necessarily. I probably don't agree with everything that he says to be exact, but I most definitely would take his word into consideration. I think some of his points are valid. I just don't like how promoters don't let their fights take that many risks and opportunities anymore. They're too unsure about their own investment, which is unfortunate because a lot of these fighters have so much potential. They have so much potential as not only fighters, but as people and as marketer figures in general. Look, one of Ryan Garcia's biggest attributes is that he's handsome. I'm gonna make the assumption, especially in the Mexican community as well. He's a handsome power puncher guy, just like Oscar De La Hoya, So him and Oscar De La Hoya both have something in common. I just sort of wish that they'd give Ryan Garcia more of an opportunity and let him actually pursue this. And I wish people would believe in him. But, it's pretty typical because, Luke Campbell did drop him in. Also, he isn't the most polished fighter. He's only 23 years old. So, we're going to see what he becomes maybe in the next 2 years, or what he becomes if he gets to fight Tank, the Tank fight now. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. All right, bye.